And here we go, straight into game one between MethodMissin and Seraphim from the League of Starcraft Chicago Week 2 matches! In the bottom right-hand corner on Alkaline Waste, we have the red Zerg, MethodMissin. In the top left-hand corner, we have the blue Terran Seraphim. League of Starcraft, a thing started by Ignite Gaming Lounge. Megan, aka Silvare, putting together some players to do some matches after hours. Some people in her League of Starcraft work at Groupon, some type of laboratory. Some notable people in the job world. Sorry, I'm an artist. I'd love to fit in with all those people. Oh, and look, it's Seraphim messaging me saying Roach Rush. Then transition. Dude, I'm watching it! Don't tell me! Don't tell me! Aww. Well, let's see how it pans out now that I have the intel from Seraphim. Everything looks good. Everything looks good in the hood. We don't see any early gas, so no Reaper. Or maybe I think it starts right now, actually. The gas would start halfway, I think. At least that's from what I remember. Yeah, it looks like he will be going for a Reaper, most likely. We have pool first coming from our Zerg player. Oh, I always forget to do that. I'm getting ready maybe to take that 15 hatch. 16 hatch, actually. Yep, getting ready to take that 16 hatch. Well, oh, now 3 people on gas for Seraphim. I'm really excited about today. I'm going to buy cinder blocks, and I'm going to buy rope. All of it's in preparation for Bacon Fest in Albuquerque, where I live. Pool is up, no gas. Second hatch is down. And he will be going for Marine first. And will we see that Reaper? No, going straight into Reactor? Yep. Getting a second gas and pretty light on the SCVs right now. I don't like this move from Seraphim, getting too much gas too early. You really need to focus on getting your mineral SCVs up. And going for a factory next. Probably for some Hellion pressure. Maybe Widow Mines. Probably Widow Mines. MethodMissin has gone for gas. He is getting that gas. Will he spend it on Zergling speed? Or will he go a fast layer? We'll have to see. Queen migrating down to the second hatch. Second queen soon to pop. Does he have an Overlord coming? He's going to get supply blocked. Oh, MethodMissin, you need to not get supply block, man. You need to make that at 23 or 22. Yep, no Overlord. MethodMissin will get supply blocked. 3 Marines out for Seraphim. Again, needs to make more SCVs. Yeah, good, he's making them now. And this double gas, I don't know what this is for. I mean, he already has 300 gas. Don't know what he's going to get with it. Roach Warren almost done for our Zerg player. And Seraphim really needed to scout, need to send a Marine out just to take a look. Oh. And Seraphim did make a few Overlords. Excuse me. MethodMissin made a few Overlords. He's not supply blocked anymore. He's coming up on it, though. He should make one very soon. So, 111 Tech Lab making a tank. So this is good. This is an early Roach Warren for sure. And here comes his roaches. How many roaches in production? Oh, look, he's gonna have 10 or so. So this tank opening should just stop it. If he gets one tank on the high ground, I mean, it would enough to scare me away. I used to do the same type of build, do early roach aggression against a Terran Mostly it was against Protoss because they didn't have Nexus Cannon then. Oh, and is that tank caught? Is that tank caught? Tank, are you caught? You need to siege, bro. Roaches are making their way up to the base of Seraphim. MethodMissin, what is he doing behind this? He's droning behind this and getting lair. I like this, and he's not getting too much gas, which is great. He should be more saturated. Well, I mean, he just made those 10 roaches, but he needs to just focus on drones right now. And that tank is sieged. Should do some work on these roaches. Getting 2 free shots off. A third, killing of 2 roaches. Yeah, he'll be able to clean this up nicely. Good going, Seraphim. Losing the tank, but all worth it because he just killed a bunch of roaches. And is ahead? How's the worker count? No. Zerg is pulling ahead. Oh, 1 roach is going to find its way to death. That sucks. Lair almost up. MethodMissin is just, he's droning up. He's being a good Zerg, I'd like to see him take a third right now. He should have been taking a third maybe behind that. I mean, the money's there now. May not have been there before. And here comes a Banshee push with a few Marines. Is he getting... He's getting Cloak for the Banshee. Gately's Reconstitution coming down for MethodMissin for his roaches. We don't have any engineering base. He should... Seraphim really needs to expand. He needs to expand quickly. He should, as soon as that roach push was over, he should have expanded on the low ground because he could have, because he's here doing this. And no micro from the Terran. Could move back, but it looks like he'll be able to just get right in and do some pretty good work on these roaches. He's deciding to go up into the main, leaving his tank behind. A lot of these Marines could have been saved. Just a little bit of micro, just a little bit of pullback, and could have had more to take out these overlords. I mean, just taking out overlords is great. I mean, I hate it. It's the worst. As a Zerg, it's like the worst thing. Will Gately's Reconstitution go down before? And the roaches just walking by a tank army. Gately's Reconstitution was killed before it was... The roach one was killed before Gately's Reconstitution could become a cool thing. We have 2 spore crawlers coming up. This is not necessarily a tough position from Zerg. He just needs to put down some spore crawlers, which he's doing. No micro from the Terran again, losing those units to these roaches. If I were this Zerg player, I would just run at the Terran player right now because he's probably taking his natural, and if he just has Banshees, you'll be able to do quite a bit of damage, or maybe at least stop the CC for a while. And pulling back, deciding to use the Banshees to kill the Queen from a distance, but oh, losing 1 Banshee that's not cloaked, and we have Terran just shoot. Terran's money is going through the roof. So's the Zerg, and there's Larva here. Is anyone supply blocked? No, no one's supply blocked. Everyone should be making units right now. Re-getting that Queen. New Roach Warren and a macro hatch coming up. He should just take a third right now, to be honest. That was over. He held it. And you should really... If you get hit by a Terran and you haven't... And besides, with that Overlord down in the bottom corner, should see if he has an expansion. If he sees he doesn't have an expansion, well, he should think that then he would be making more units. Oh, I don't like this coming out from Seraphim. He's making too many barracks. He is making a command center, which is good, but you really can't... Once you do that 1-1-1 push, you need to get that economy going. You shouldn't get more... You should not get more barracks. It should all kind of flow together. Need to really concentrate on getting that second after a push, or definitely after a push is done upon you, or after you push yourself, or while you push. We have a bunch of roaches and lings coming out. Going to meet some Banshees, a few Marines, and 2 tanks in the middle. In the meantime, 12 roaches in production, popping out. He loves his roaches. Then the fight in the middle. No micro. No micro from the Terran player, not sieging up. Kind of getting caught off guard here, or at least as much as anyone can get caught off guard knowing that there's roaches coming. And these Banshees... Oh, and one Banshee cleaning up these roaches, and 2 No, all Banshees going back to base. And what's at base? 1 siege tank on the high ground, few Marines, another Banshee. Zerg's minerals are out of control at 1,300. Needs to expand twice. Get those upgrades going. just focus on that macro. But 10 roaches. They're going to sit out front. I think camping out front's a good idea. Actually, running back would be a good idea because I hate Banshees and how they're able to kill roaches so easily because roaches can't shoot up! But this might be an actually okay exchange if he kills off these tanks. Tanks are expensive, and he's been losing tanks all game. So Banshee, 4 roaches, going to meet their demise to some Banshees, but they will kill off that tank. More roaches in production. And the roach is getting the right idea and running around to see if he has an expansion and killing off a siege tank on the low ground. Marauders coming in. Seraphim figuring out he hates these roaches. Needs stim desperately. Needs stim and combat shields. And his minerals are going out of control. And double, just get 1 NG bay to start getting some, if he's going to keep going with this 1 base aggression. A Zerg that is 1 base up from a Terran is not a good thing. You always want to be on even bases as a Terran with a Zerg player. We do have a Mutalisk then, a Spire coming down, and +1 ranged and Carapace coming down for the Zerg player. MethodMissin finding out that his mass roach build is kind of bad against Banshees. These Banshees are doing really good. Let's see these kills. 9 kills. 8 kills. And the roaches clumping up, thinking they can take out those Marauders, which they can. Not enough Marauders to take them all down, and then no stim. Seraphim finally getting down that command center, not in the right spot. Should be dropping, should be making that an orbital immediately. I mean, really, this battle right here takes a bit of micro, but not too much micro. I mean, they're Banshees and they can't be hit, so all they have to do is just stand there, just pick something to hit and be good about it. Just pick off these queens even. I don't necessarily know why he cloaked. He doesn't necessarily need to cloak. Spires up. And there's a few mutas out somewhere. 3 mutas. Scared of a few Banshees. There's detection over here. These mutas could do some work on this. And Seraphim is not getting... Seraphim's almost mined out in his main. Nearly completely. And he's not getting that second. Roach Warren will go down again. These Banshees are... Oh, low health, and they're in the midst of Spore Crawler range, and bam, we see some dead Banshees, unfortunately. +1 is about to finish for MethodMissin. His minerals are wildly out of control. He should be taking the whole map right now, because you know what? He can! He can take the whole map right now, and even if some Banshees try to pick off one, it doesn't matter. You have the other ones! Okay, Seraphim, keeping his bio next to his command center. Getting that orbital. Should move it in. Should move it in. We still don't have stim. No stim. No +1. Tanks in no real position at the moment. And we have 7 mutas with 5 more on the way. Going to harass the main. And he's going to find out there probably won't be any SCVs there because they're all going to migrate in a second to go down to the natural. MethodMissin, you could definitely expand right now, bro. Oh my gosh, 5,000 minerals. You need to expand, just expand. Make units. You have tons of larvae too. Are you supply block? No, just make overlords. Just make a shitload of overlords. Oh, we have another push coming from Seraphim. Some bio, some tanks, and a Banshee. Getting a cancel off on that expand, if that was an expand. I think it was. Oh, poor SCVs. No pool, because all of this bio is going to the natural of MethodMissin, and he's going to meet a lot. He needs a siege right now. He needs a siege. Losing a lot of workers, but doesn't matter. His other base wasn't necessarily running, and the roaches are getting decimated. He could be sieging right now. The roaches are going to go, wow. Seraphim pulled himself into a good position, otherwise his main is under siege by some mutas. These 4 hero marines and a marauder, make that 7 marines, are going to try to do some work here. Oh my gosh. He's turning around. I don't like this. Seraphim, you should have just base traded because you would have won. No, you wouldn't. Yeah, you could have won, basically, I think. Basically. I think so, because you could have just lifted, even though there's Mutas here. It would took him a while, and you would have eliminated all this really quickly, and a shitload of speedless lings making their way up to Seraphim's base. This is really crazy. Really crazy game right now. He's going to clean up these Mutas. Siege, he should siege tanks right now. Now that he sees that there's Mega Ling, will he be able to stop the Mega Ling? With no stim, it's hard to. Oh, he's getting somewhat of a good surround, and unfortunately, these Mutas and these Lings are gonna clean up the rest of the army for Seraphim. And MethodMissin looks like he's going to be taking game number 1. Wow. So let's look at these minerals real quick. 4,000 from MethodMissin, and Seraphim at times had a lot of minerals because he wasn't macroing, but really he should have been macroing and getting his natural up. And on this map, this is a great map for Terran. You can get a free fourth, a free third, free fourth, however you want to call it, because it's so easy to hold these bases as a Terran, especially if you're going siege tank marine. You can definitely do that. But again, if you're going to go bio, you definitely want to get stim as quickly as possible. Get your combat shields, and even work on a +1 attack if you're going to do a timing of that nature with one base. The Banshee play was really good. I mean, it totally, like at the time it hit, if the Marines were microed well enough, I do believe that Seraphim would have been in such a great place of doing more harass and killing a lot more stuff at this base, or at least be able to kill roaches as they're coming out. But yeah, let's go to game 2. I want to apologize to my boy Mesha for not having him on this here cast. He was on it yesterday. It was cool. Replays. Seraphim. Game 2. Watch solo. We'll see what game 2 holds on this derelict watcher. The map. D and N. So sweet. Well, game 1 saw Seraphim not expand, not get some crucial upgrades, and do some great Banshee play against against a player who had a lot of money and just really didn't make anything early enough to stop him. Will this guy be able to survive the pressure? It's Seraphim. In the top right-hand corner, we have the blue Zerg, MethodMissin. He loves his roaches. What can I say? He loves to stay on it. It's a great unit. I'm a big fan of roach. I mean, there's a time for it as well. I mean, before I would just, make it into early game and then into mid game and be like, oh, are we in the same place of the game? Because man, these roaches should be more effective as mid game goes on. But no, that doesn't necessarily happen against a good Terran. He's going. If you stay on that same type of roach pressure and don't upgrade or macro behind it, you're going to find yourself at a deficit. However, it did work in his favor, MethodMissin's favor in the last game. So we'll see what these players will do in this game 2 of League of Starcraft Chicago. Normal build openings, and we will see a 15 pool. Going to try to get maybe early Lings, or at least afraid that he's going to get NGB blocked, or maybe some type of rushed. But that's what he did in the last game anyway. MethodMissin likes to go for his spawning pool first. I'm not sure if it's perceived benefit to him. However, I go back and forth. It doesn't necessarily matter to me. I mean, against a Protoss, I mean, before when Protoss was Forge Fast Expand all the time, I always had to go pool first. I hated cannons. And we will see a 16 hatch from MethodMissin. It's just so hard to stop that. Well, I mean, it just puts you in such a deficit, if anything. And Protoss can just do that because they're Protoss. We will see that Reaper come out, so we will see the scouting unit come out from Seraphim. He's going to look around, maybe see that gas timing, see how much gas is taken from this geyser, maybe see any key tech trusters, especially if MethodMissin decides to go roaches. I mean, an early roach war. I mean, a roach warren, I guess, before 7 or 7.5 minutes, unless it's defensive. like if it's early defensive, you can expect pressure. You can just be like, I see a Roach Warren before 7 minutes. I'm going to get roaches at my front doorstep, so I need to prepare for that. Here we go. That Reaper's going out. And we have a second Reaper? Yes, we do have a second Reaper coming out. Apply a little bit of harass. And we do see that early CC. I am so happy to see Seraphim get this early CC because you can. Because these two Reapers allow you... walking by that Queen. Oh, so awesome. And we have that Roach Warren go down. And he sees the gas timing. And he will see that 100 gas has been taken from this. And because there's 100 gas taken, and if he looks at the spawning pool, he's going to see that he's getting... is he getting speed? No, he's going to go... he's got roaches early. He's going to go for the same roach thing early. Seraphim should see this. He should see this. He should see that. He should see that the spawning pool is not jiggling and 100 gas has been taken. So this is definitely... well, he'll see it with this one. Oh, no, he's going to stay. He's going to look... yeah, he saw the natural taken. Are these other overlords coming out? Good. He's getting overlords. Roach Warren is up. Overlord's about to pop. A factory and 2 more barracks. I kind of don't like this. He needs to put down, like, if he saw this and he saw where the gas is going to, he needs to know that he needs to make bunkers right now. I mean, having this expand is great. Oh, SCV, get to work. Get to work. This is too much stuff. This is too much stuff right now. I mean, I think maybe the factory was a part of a build that he wants to do, but now his build should be changed. There are 8 to 10 roaches on the way. He needs to get bunkers across. He needs to get bunkers across this front right here, and he's getting a starport. I don't necessarily see this tech so quickly. Maybe with his build. With his build, this is what he wanted to do, but you don't want to go off one base. You don't want to necessarily go this much stuff without like a timing plan, which I don't think there's a timing here because you are taking an expand, and you have to put SCVs at that expand. And his money's going up. He has 500 minerals right now. And here come those roaches coming down the center of Derelict Watcher. This is going to be devastating. He's moving that orbital command to his natural. He doesn't know it's coming. He doesn't think it's coming, but it's coming. Oh God, is it coming? But there's Widow Mines out. I mean, it should be okay. It could be okay. We'll see what happens here. We'll see how this battle is microed. This 1 Hero Marine and 2 Widow Mines. Oh gosh. And they burrow in time! Getting 2 good shots off right there. 2 good shots off. Puts up his supply depot. That's good. Leaving the orbital down here just so he wastes time on it. Or he gets out some key units. He could get some SCVs and put them on these. I don't know if he's going to be able to hold this. He does have 2 Widow Mines popping out. Repositioning 2 Widow Mines clutch. He needs to raise this. Oh my gosh, don't let it die! He lets it die! Roaches can't shoot up. Oh, that was a good hit, but the other one didn't put off a hit. The other one didn't put off a hit. He needs to get it up. He needs to get it up. He needs to move it. He needs to move it. He needs to burrow these ones, and he loses both of them. Oh my gosh. So this could have been held off quite well, but now he needs to micro his Marines so well. Oh, both Marines dead, and now he's going to go to the mineral line, and he's going to pull. Don't pull. Don't pull. You don't need to pull. Just waste time. Waste time and lift buildings. No, don't attack. Move that Widow Mine. Move the Widow Mines. Oh, losing a lot of SCVs, and has, oh my gosh, a bunch of naked racks and dropping mules. Oh. And in the meantime, MethodMissin he's getting a macro hatch. He's also pretty saturated. He's doing really good in the drone count. And he will be, Seraphim will clean this up, but at what cost? He lost, how many did, 40. He has 2, oh my gosh, he lost 23 workers. And he has some that aren't even doing anything over here. This is too many racks. There's no reason to get this many racks this early, especially without a 2-base economy. And this isn't a build that really makes too much sense to me. Marine Mine is great with a starport to do drops and harass. and that would actually be perfect. And we see a Mutalisk stun coming down from the Zerg player. Really, all he needs to do is make a bunch more roaches and just go kill him. There's no real and get an Overseer. There's no real reason to wait this long for him. He's seen Seraphim have no money, and he's not making. He needs to just keep spamming SCVs as much as he can. And I don't know why he's making more. Oh yeah, he's supply blocked heavily. Never mind. He's going to come and do a push, see if he can do some work. It's not going to necessarily work out, I think. I mean, these Widowmine shots have to be like the most glorious thing ever, to be honest. He should place them outside and send a Marine in as a retard magnet and draw him out. But really should not be hitting this up right now. If he's having this time to macro back up, he should... well, he's walking right into the natural, burrowing those... Getting a few good hits, but still just not enough and losing everything. And this is not a good position for our Terran player, who just has 4 Marines for the counter, is now putting, oh my gosh, spending money on a bunch of tech labs in which he needs to get SCVs. Oh my gosh. Oh, and tell your SCVs to mine. You don't have any money. You don't have any workers. What is your worker count? You have 7 to 47. Need to do that. Need to do that. Oh my god. And here comes the coup de grace push of roaches. And if not, the mutas when they come out are going to be quite killer. We see a supply blockage from MethodMissin. Oh, not anymore. You got it out of it. And these Marines are going to fall completely quick to this acid loogies from the Roaches. And Seraphim gives the GG. And MethodMissin takes game 2 with nearly the same build. Going for an early roast push that was unable to be held by Seraphim. Though Seraphim could have held it with his Widow Mines. Just microing them better and getting them down a bit quicker. Also, with those Reapers, need to look around and actually scout. Oh, don't say that. No, it's fine. No, 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 don't say that. No, 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 no. No. Let's get you on the call. Let's get you on the call, bro. Let's get on Skype. Let's get on Skype. Let's get on Skype. Let's get on Skype. Let's talk. Let's talk, bro. Let's talk. It's okay. It's not bad. Okay, so you got to think of Starcraft as kickball. So like if you get, let's say, someone from another country who's never played kickball and they play the game, they're going to be bad at it. So like basically the way that I see it is you're from an alien world that's never played kickball. Or you've played kickball and you play it and you have a certain fun with it, but you're kicking it backwards. You're kicking it in places where you shouldn't, and you're running backwards through the bases in like a certain way. So that's not exactly how it's played. You can play however you want. If this is fun, if this is fun, like the way that you play and the people you play against, that's completely fine. I totally support that. I'm not being negative. I just wanted to say that. You know, there's certain things that you need to pick up on if you want to, improve your game. Oh, get on Skype. Get on Skype. Major Motion Mike. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about your build. Talk about where you're going with that opening. We get right into it. But no, don't be discouraged at all. Just you don't understand the game in a better way just yet. Understand that you didn't need to put down all these racks. And that's okay, because I was the same way. I would open with the same roach aggression off one base, and if I didn't win, I would just sit there and try to make more roaches. I mean, I was in the same spot. Don't think that, Grandmasters and Master players are really good because they play all the time, and they've understood the game in the certain way that I'm speaking of that makes them really good. I'm a gold player. I'm not a good player. My mechanics are pretty bad. My larva injects, my overlord timings. Oh, wait a minute. I need to turn on Skype. But no, man, don't think that at all. Please, don't. I know that this game, everyone takes it very personally, and I do too. When I lose, it sucks. But, you have to get to a point where, you understand that someone has to lose. And it may be you. And you learn from it. This game is like a game of chess, but mixed with this kind of idea of sacred geometry. My name is John.